welcome back to the channel for another 5 vs 5 war. Now, it has been a little while since we've done one of these on YouTube. I do want to start doing more of them because they are so exciting. Single attack format. You will get to see 10 attacks. They will flip from one team to the other, and in this one we have Croatian Army versus Grumpy Old Men. This is all part of Elite Warrior United. All of the information for that tournament is down below, and if you do want to see more 5 vs 5 action, I have a playlist actually. You will probably enjoy that. I will have it in the pinned comments. Obviously you can find it on my YouTube homepage. However, let's go ahead and get into the first attack of this one. Here we go. We have Scuba Bar in first. And it's the Yeti Smash attack opening this war against Croatian Army. Look at the sneaky goblins trying to set up the funnel for the Grand Warden. And the sneaky goblins, they do a really good job. They are able to get inside, look, to the inner building and take that out. What a beautiful job they can do as part of the funnel, but as taking the town hall out as well. That's the two main methods we have seen the sneaky goblins used for. And I do like the Yeti up the top there as well to create the funnel, and this looks good. It is a good start by Grumpy Old Men. The wall wrecker will punch straight in towards the town hall. You've got to say that the ice golem popped a little bit early there. Would have liked the scatter shot to be frozen. Wall wrecker needs to get through here, so that is why the Grand Warden's ability was used. Now the dangerous part is we have 3 ice golems coming out of the clan castle. The fortunate thing being there is no longer a scatter shot in range, but the town hall zooms into the troops and starts doing its job, whereas the ice golems continue to freeze them. The bowler bounce in between with the rages managed to take down the town hall, so that really did Grumpy Old Men a favor, but the back end scatter shot is going to be difficult. Now look what is left in the spell composition. Lots and lots of bats and not a lot of splash damage left. Here they come from the north of the base. The Royal Champion is going to get the Wizard Tower down and out, but it's distracted either way. The main thing is the scatter shot. If we can keep the Yetis alive, then the bats will be looking good. Ice Golem freezes the Wizard Tower. Bats onto the scatter shot. One more Wizard Tower. It is frozen in the nick of time, and the bats will get around the base with 1 minute left. Queen's ability, sneaky goblins on the outside. It is looking incredible for an opening 3-star by Grumpy Old Men, and Croatian Army eSports are going to need to fight back from the very off here. The Elite Warrior United, this is the Euro division, and we have Grumpy Old Men getting it done straight away. Look at the enemy king standing, pondering in wonder as to what has just happened. Bats, healers, Royal Champion, Wizards, Queen, everything surrounding the rest of the base. And the first 3-star of this war will come in, and it is the perfect start that any clan could ask for. Red John is the attacker of Croatian Army eSports, and he needs to respond. Grumpy Old Men starting off with a 3-star. That's as good as it gets. It's a similar strategy, the Yeti Smash, but the interesting part here is on the first one we've seen bats due to single target Inferno, and the bats are becoming a lot more popular, seeing them being used in combination with the Yeti Smash, the Bowlers and Witches, mass ice golems, lots of different strategies being used with the bat spells, and a lot of success. Maybe they are coming back into the meta. Let me know down in the comments if you have been using the bats. We are seeing the singles a lot more. Red John starting this one off nice and gradually, using that rage spell down to the bottom. That's to speed the Grand Warden up. Really wasn't in too much danger, but the scatter shot is the main target here from the Grand Warden, so a really good defense to try and get out of the way, not to mention the funnel that is created here, and we want the king to take out the enemy king and create the funnel on the other side. Now we've got to be careful with the wizard taking out the the siege barracks, I would have probably left that, or the siege workshop, sorry, but it doesn't matter. The Eddies are coming in. Now, this is the difficulty where the bowlers could be drawn on the outside, and they are. That is because we took out the buildings too quick. Unfortunately, Red John gets most of them pushed back into the base. Misses the balloon in the Grand Warden's ability. Really just a little bit slow on that. You do want the balloon on the inside to protect for the healers. It didn't work out for him, but he's got a good charge coming through the base here. The only difficulty is that most northern scatter shot. An Ice Golem comes in to try and help, but the Hog Riders are going to take huge damage and everything goes down in the middle, so it's not quite looking as good here for Red John. He's still got a lot of power, but with that momentum getting lost in the center, you've got to say that it now is looking ever so less likely to be the response that Croatian Army needed. Now, there's still plenty of opportunities. It is a 5 versus 5 war. We have seen, certainly over recent weeks, a number of times where clans have fought back even after a 1-star. So Red John secures the 2, trying to get that percentage as high as possible. Now, just to put this in perspective for you as well, a lot of the community events tend to be around about 90%. That is the benchmark where clans will be happy with the percentage. Now, in terms of happy, they're always going for the 3-star, but 90% tends to get you in good stead if you are going to rely on that percentage victory. And Red John will get very close to that, but it is going to be less than the 90. With 8 seconds remaining, it's all about how much the Queen and this Wizard can get. Wizard goes down. Can we get the 85? Yes, we do. 85% 2-star from Red John, but it's not enough, and Grumpy Old Men take the early lead. Here we go again with the bat spells. We've been talking about whether the bat spells are in the meta, and Grumpy Old Men giving us a bit of a masterclass on the bat spells. Or have I spoke too soon? We do have the drag bat coming in. Now, certainly when we talk about pro players, Marinol of INTZ, I have seen using the drag bat quite a lot, and to quite a lot of success as well. So it does work. It is something that can get the 3 stars. And let's find out what happens here. The Royal Champion is getting locked and loaded by that single, not freezing it. I thought the single might have been frozen there to help that Royal Champion through, but needs to protect the freezers for the bats, obviously, because they will get through the single relatively fast. And we've got 2 scatter shots down to the bottom of the base. Now, we don't have to worry about the 2-star really, because we're already at 40% as the dragons come in. That is a huge proportion, and we have a good funnel set for them to get to the middle. Grand Warden's ability will catch every single troop. What a perfect ability that is. Soaked up a black bomb as well, and we still have the battle blimp, 4 freeze spells and 5 bat spells for the rest of this base. It looks very, very good. Balloons in towards the back end scatter shot. Here comes the bats, and we freeze the first wizard tower. Will it go down quick? We might need another freeze there. In it comes. Oh, it was very, very close. I thought the wizard tower might have hit the bats, but it didn't. Then uses another freeze. That might have been a little bit early in terms of the scatter shot, but it goes down to the bats. And what do you know, guys? With 1 freeze left, we have plenty of bats. Freezes the Expo and the single target Inferno anyways, just to overwhelm this base. The Grumpy Old Men clan mean business here in the EWU, and like I said, I didn't jinx them. We are seeing a bat spell masterclass. Wow. I'm speechless. I'm sure you are in awe at home. This is incredible. A second 3-star using the bat spells. If you want to get better with them, take a look at the previous 2 replays from Grumpy Old Men, and maybe, just maybe, we will see another one. But with 30 seconds left on the clock, the 3-star comes in, and Grumpy Old Men can take a bow. That is the second 3-star of this war, and a perfect start. The response from Croatian Army, and it has to be a 3-star now, they will really slip behind if they don't get this one, and it could mean that they have to get 3 3-stars after this, because think about it. We have the star lead for Grumpy Old Men, but also the percentage is obviously a lot higher as well, because they've got the 100%. So their percentage is a lot higher. So even if Croatian Army catch up on stars, they could even need that third star if they can't catch up on percent. But this attack will be crucial. It is a good start with the Yeti Blimp. We really want that single Inferno though. We've got Yeti Mites bouncing to it, and down it goes. So the perfect start. That's exactly what Sultai wanted. Got the CC lure and got the single target Inferno. Now he can take a breath, ease back a little bit, and brings the Queen into the southern portion of this base. Meanwhile, we don't need to burn any spells. She can take out the Lava Hound and the Ice Golem easily down this area. Now remember, the Lava Hounds, when they pop, the spread of the pups isn't quite as much, and there we go. The Ice Golem is popped as well, and the Queen doesn't need to use a rage spell. The Baby Dragon is a nice touch just to help take out that side whilst the Archer Tower was distracted, so the Queen can walk up over and to the Town Hall. What a good start. You can kind of see, if we bring the jump spell in where the cannon is, we've got good pathing here. There it is, right on top of the cannon. Yeti on that side creates the funnel, gets a Tesla there as well, so a nice use of that one Yeti. Then we've got all of them coming into the base. Air defense starts taking a bit of fire onto the healers, but that will go down quickly. Yeti's onto the Queen, and they get to the Town Hall. Grand Warden's ability is used, but is it too early? They're caught in the tornado trap. The Town Hall goes down, and the Giga Bomb gets them, so they do lose some health. Grand Warden's ability, half a second too early there. Is that going to be what costs Sultai? And remember, we need the response here. Ice Golem popping on that right hand side, freezes the Tesla farm. That might just help the Royal Champion through, and we've got quite a bit of force. Royal Champ's ability pings through the defenses, doesn't quite get that cannon, and the freeze spell just trying to help the Royal Champ through. The Tesla farm's a bit unfortunate because it will take the Royal Champion down, and it means that we are going to struggle, mainly because of the single target Inferno over to the 9 o'clock area. We might not have the force to get through. Irrespective, we've only got 30 seconds as well, so time is going to be a big factor here, and that is one thing that you've got to give credit to grumpy old men for, because the Ice Golem and the Lava Hound in the Clan Castle, whilst it didn't do damage to the Queen, it stalled her. It made her waste time. A majority of occasions, that's what you want. It doesn't matter how much efficiency you have in terms of spell placement, it's all about time as well. It's not enough for Croatian Army, and the 86 2-star is not what they needed. So we now have grumpy old men going for the triple. They are going for the turkey within Clash of Clans, and let's see what we get. The Lava Loon, the Queen Charge Lalo, is the method of choice. No bat spells for them on this one. We know they are quite the experts in the bat spells. Let's be honest with it, they've got 2 perfect attacks with it, and we have the King and Royal Champion down to the bottom. Now I like that. We get the air defense down. The Royal Champion's ability does help the King get a little bit further. I might have debated freezing the Expo, the Grand Warden statue, and the Scattershot there, because if that had have gone down, that would have been massive for the Lalo. But let's see where the Queen goes. She does burn the ability to get through the single, and a healer goes down, so it's not an ideal start. You can see what the clan wants here, but it's not the ideal start, and we've got to be careful with the Queen now. 2 Expos on her. We've got her under rage. You've got to freeze the Expos, my friend. There we go. They get frozen alongside the Queen, and we probably need to burn another rage here. It is burned, so there's not going to be a lot left for the Lalo. It's all going to be about the Scattershot and multi up to the top, so ideally we are going to need a freeze spell for that area. Now I love the fact that the Stone Slammer just slips into the bottom, takes out the Scattershot nice and early. That protects the Queen, and she's relatively comfortable now, but Scattershot locks on. I might have spoke too soon. Down she goes. That is crucial because he needed the Queen to tank the Scattershot. Now we've still got the Grand Warden's ability, a freeze and 1 haste. It could be enough. Uses the freeze to the multi and the Scattershot early. Doesn't want to lose momentum over that area. Grand Warden's ability likely will be used. I thought it might have been used before that, but he wants to save it right into that area because there is a wizard tower after it that it does need saved as well. Whilst the scatter shot is on the lava pups, he can take his time, but as soon as it locks onto the balloon, that is when the Royal Champion and the Grand Warden's ability is used. Royal Champion goes down now, balloons onto the scatter shot, tanking the wizard tower. Can we keep it tanked whilst the big group comes across? Down it goes, and with 43 seconds left, we might be looking at another 3-star for Grumpy Old Men. Do we have enough power to get through the Teslas? We don't, but the Grand Warden will outrange the Teslas with 30 seconds. Is it enough? It's a race against the clock. I feel for them. Let's zoom out. There are no corner builder huts. Minions are doing work. Grand Warden can take out the Tesla and help the minions. 15 seconds. It's looking ever so less likely. It's going to be super close. It keeps the percentage high, but it does keep Croatian Army in this because if they get 3 stars, they can still win. But what do you know? We lose out on connection towards the end of the raid, but it wasn't going to happen, and it is a 98% 2-star. Hybrid it is. We have Relja with the hybrid, the ever so popular strategy for Town Hall 13, and Grumpy Old Men with the 98%. Whilst it keeps their percentage incredibly high, it keeps the war mathematically possible for Croatian Army. If they can get 3 stars, then they can win this just by holding Grumpy Old Men back to the 2 stars. If they don't 3-star here, they really need a slip up from the opponent. Now, the poison is used onto the witches. That is a lot better than the previous replays that we've seen with the Ice Golem and the Lava Hound. Main reason for that is the poison can just take the witches out. You're not burning a lot of time. But the Yetis inside the blimp, whilst they took out an Inferno Tower in that most northern compartment and they lured the CC, would have been nice to get that scatter shot. It really would. Now the Queen will be able to get that, but it's just one more thing that she has to get through. But we're not messing around here. The hybrid is coming straight in. King has created a fantastic funnel, and the Queen walk through this area keeps the hybrid moving from the 9 o'clock to the 6 o'clock section. I really like the pathing. I really like the start here. It is looking good. We've got one scatter shot tanked by the Queen at the top. Beautiful use of the heal spells, not quite overlapping each other, but keeping all of the hogs and miners alive. A rage will help the hogs and miners through the scatter shot and the eagle. That is the main thing here, and with the Queen's ability and with the Royal Champion's ability, this looks pretty good for Croatian Army. We know as a clan they are incredibly talented and they have the ability to get this done. The Royal Champion's ability is used early on, and the reason for that is the single target Inferno will shred your Royal Champion and wipe the ability away. Even the automatic ability will not go off, so pressing it early allows you to take out the defenses around it and then one shot get it down and dusted. Keep your Royal Champion alive. The final defense at the bottom will fall to the miners, and with 45 seconds remaining, Croatian Army keep what they need to do and keep this war alive by getting the 3-star, and we now have a very exciting war on our hands. It was looking good, but now it looks very good because Croatian Army have the momentum starting to creep up in their favor. But can Grumpy Old Men step up, get the 3-star and do what they need to do? Let's find out. 4 sneaky goblins within the army composition here, and this is Grumpy Old Men's chance. If they get the 3-star, then they really can put it out of reach from Croatian Army. It then means that they would be required to slip up in their final attack. So this could give Grumpy Old Men a bit of a comfort blanket. And the one time they didn't 3-star was incredibly unfortunate. That last attack just missed out on time, but it was when they didn't use the bats. Look in the army composition, they're going back to that Yeti bat attack strategy. 3 single target Infernos over to this area with only 1 wizard tower. which is protecting it. That's where the bats will come in. So it's interesting that we see the Royal Champion used to this area. We need to cut the funnel, and wow, there we go. Single target Inferno goes down. Unfortunate, the Royal Champion goes to the top there. If she had have came down to the 6 o'clock area, might have been a little bit more protected, but it looks very good up to that 3 o'clock area because the Yeti took the Archer Tower, Royal Champion took the cannon, and the bats will easily get to work over there. We don't have an... Yes, we do have an Ice Golem for this Wizard Tower on the back end. Yeti's moving through though. We've got the pathing very nicely. The Queen will be able to get to that Town Hall if she shifts across. But we have the Battle Blimp is the main target here onto that Town Hall. Look at the Grand Warden's ability, capturing everything, including the Battle Blimp. That is what you want to do with that. And the Yetis take it down, get out of there, and they help to form the main force coming through the base. Here come the bats with that Ice Golem we talked about over to 2 o'clock. It's looking good. The main thing is this Wizard Tower. Are the bats going to get to it? Are they going to get through it? There's not a lot of bats here. I missed what happened. Did the Wizard Tower hit them? It might have, and it's not looking ideal. They get through the Wizard Tower, but the scatter shot does indeed stop them. And now it is going to be difficult. There is a lot of base left over with 1 minute left. We've got the Queen and the healers, but with the X-Bow, with the scatter shot, it might just be that the bats took a bit of damage over in that area. Maybe the Wizard Tower turned around. I actually missed what happened, guys. I'm sure you know about it. If you want to see, just rewind real quick. Have a quick look. I'm sure you will be able to let us know. But it's unfortunate because it is going to be close for them. However, it keeps the war alive for Croatian Army. They can come back in again, and if they get a 3-star, then it will come down to the final 2 attacks because Croatian Army might tie this one up on stars. However, they have got to get the star lead because percentage-wise, they are well behind Grumpy Old Men with the 100%. The 100%, the 98%, and now the 96%. Croatian Army, they've just got to get 3 stars. It is Tex. He's going with the Hog Riders and the Miners, the attack strategy which Croatian Army used and had the success with. Remember, this has to be a 3-star. If it is not, then they are relying on Grumpy Old Men making a mistake. So we pull the clan castle nice and early, the difficulty being we have a lot of different troops here. Now this is one thing you want to consider, is putting a variety of troops that work at different speeds. Now what this does look is we've already got the archers to the top. If the poison was dropped, then the dragon and the ice golem move across. It's really difficult to take them all down. So just waiting with that poison until the dragon and the ice golem are over to the queen, and now it comes in. The queen can take the dragon, then the ice golem. It's a good start, very efficient, but remember what we referenced earlier on in the war. You can have all of the efficiency in the world, but you've got to remember time is part of that efficiency equation, and we're already a minute in. 33.3% of the attack already done, and we're only 10% through. Now Tex knows this. He is speeding up the raid. Wall breakers doing a nice job to get the queen in towards the eagle artillery. You can see exactly what's going to happen here, or I can visualize it. King and siege barracks onto that right hand side over by 3-4 o'clock. Then the hogs and miners coming through, but the queen burns her ability, and that could be costly moving forward. We also lose a healer, but the eagle artillery does go down when the queen gets one more expo. Then Tex knows that he is a little bit safer and can shift his focus from the queen. There we go with a minute and 20 left. Come on, my friend, you have got to set up the funnel. Opts to go from the other side, but it's exactly the same as what I was saying, just spun around. So king and siege barracks at 9, and in come the hogs and miners. We need the king right down this side early in order to get in towards the town hall, because the miners could easily get trapped on the side here. We might want to press that king's ability. Tex, come on, There it goes, and the hogs and miners are going around. This is not what he needed. Miners are on the outside. That's why you need to set the funnel a little bit further. It could be disastrous here. The town hall might not go down because everything is stuck on the side of the base. The royal champion down there is stuck. We've got to heal. We've got to rage for the hog riders. Is it going to be heartbreak? The scattershot turns, locks on, and they get through the town hall. Oh, that was very, very scary, but again, with only 20 seconds left, irrespective, there is just too much time wasted at the start of this one, and what it means is Croatian Army need grumpy old men to slip up and only get the 1 star in the last attack. If that does not happen, then they will not be able to catch up on percentage on the stars. It is a 78% 2-star. It is not what Croatian Army needed. This is it. We need some epic drama music in the background, really, because Evil Pineapple can secure the war for grumpy old men and take this war, meaning that they step forward in the EWU tournament. Remember, if you want to see all of the action, I will be sure to bring you more wars from this tournament and many other tournaments that are similar in format with the 5 versus 5 wars. Maybe we will even set them up in the future as well, so we can just do them ourselves and have a little bit of fun. But I will be live over on Twitch for all of that action. However, Evil Pineapple just needs to secure the 2-star. That's all they need, and whenever you know that that's the case, you don't want to play it risky. And the bases were already set. Unfortunately, it means that it is an anti-3-star base, which means the 2-star is incredibly easy to get. King creates the funnel, massive funnel set on right and left sides to drive everything to the town hall. Grand Warden's ability nice and early to protect everything, keep the momentum moving through. We are at 35%. I think even with a disconnect, there's pretty much no way that we couldn't get the 2-star at this point. There is just too many troops coming forward, but can Evil Pineapple get the 3, which is exactly what they will be going for, and can they just really solidify this war, pick their confidence right up moving through the tournament? Yetis come through this bottom area. The ice golem pops and freezes the multi-inferno, so that is a nice touch. If that goes down, there's then not a lot of base. However, the troops are going down thick and fast as well. The queen still has her ability, but the single target inferno could be costly for the archer queen. 1 sneaky goblin and 1 archer remain. In they come. Royal champion goes down to the top, so that means that the 3-star is very unlikely, but Evil Pineapple will not be gooded. She'll not be too dissatisfied on this one, because they have gone ahead and got what was needed in terms of the 2-star. Grumpy old men take the victory. Even if Croatian Army get the 3-star on the next attack, they cannot fight back due to the great performance of grumpy old men earlier on and the high percentage. They could equal on stars. It might end up 12-12, but they just cannot catch up the percentage due to grumpy old men getting 98 and 96%. Even so, just letting this one run out, letting the percentage get as high as possible. Remember, if you want to see more of these wars, if you enjoy it, I have a 5 versus 5 playlist on YouTube. I'll link it in the pinned comments. It will be over on my channel homepage. I'll always leave it on there, guys, because the action is so incredible, and there will be much more to come in the future. But 78%, can we see the 3-star for Croatian Army, at least to tie up the stars? So it is the Yetis, which they are using for the final attack. We can tie it up 12-12, but they cannot win, unfortunately. However, as part of the EWU and as part of any of the community tournaments moving forward, I am pretty sure they will be wanting to just put up the highest percentage possible and the highest stars. But the maximum they can get is 89% total destruction, and grumpy old men already have 94. So the victory is in grumpy old men's favor, but let's watch it out and let's see what happens. The Grand Warden walk on that right hand side, helping you to set up the funnel. Baby Dragon, just make sure that the king doesn't walk. Sometimes when you are trying to have the king set up the funnel, he can walk in the wrong direction. and it's a nightmare. The baby dragon can just solidify where the king goes, and he does move down to the southern area with the siege barracks and allows the Yetis to come straight in. Now, I do like the pathing here. The issue is going to be the two scatter shots will be firing at the same time, so that's where the Grand Warden's ability is used early on. The healers are then protected as we move through. One scatter shot goes down, the next gets frozen just in time, and the Yetis will come through straight into this area. Down it goes, along with the Eagle artillery. That is all the major splash vanished in around about a 10-second period with the Grand Warden's ability and rage spell, and because of that, Croatian Army look like they are in for an astounding attack here. 1 minute and 30 left, and there's not a lot of base. Royal Champion trying to get through this southern area, but the single target Inferno doesn't quite get her. She survives and gets through, which means the wizards down there will help with cleanup, and it's almost a certain 3-star here. We've got Yetis with a bunch of Yeti mites in the basket. Remember, it's not always about the Yetis, it's whether they've got Yeti mites in order to take out the defenses, but they have lots of them. Still remaining calm here. When the archer tower locks on, the wizards come into this area to drive the Yetis down towards the defenses. Exactly what is needed. It will be close on time, but it looks like Croatian Army do what they need to do. They put up the 12 stars. They tie it out. But the incredibly high percentage of the time fails by grumpy old men means they will take the victory. However, I think we can give a round of applause to both clans. This has been an incredible war. Such good fun to cast. I love the 5v5 action. I'm sure that you guys do as well. And for the first one back on YouTube, we couldn't have had a better war. This one finishes out with grumpy old men battling out of Clan X with 94.4 to Croatian Army's 89.8. And remember, I told you guys, the 90% mark is that benchmark. This war is prove to you that the 90% is exactly what people need. Now, if you are watching on YouTube, I will be sure to pop the playlist of the 5v5 war right here so that you guys can check it out and you can see even more wars. But there we go. Grumpy Old Men takes the victory. Thank you for watching.